Hello, I'm Muhammad Shafi bin Muhammad Razi, 06DKA14F1130.
And I am Muhammad Sharazi bin Muhammad Zain, 06DKA14F1122.
And we are from Port Dickson Polytechnic. On this video, we are going to present about why beam column joint are special.
In reinforcement buildings, portions of columns that are common to beams at their intersection are called beam-column joint. Figure 1 shows beam-column joint are critical part of a building. Since their constituent materials have limited strength, their joints have limited force carrying capacity. When forces larger than these are applied during earthquakes, joints are severely damaged. Repairing damaged joint is difficult, and so damage must be avoided. Thus, beam column joint must be designed to resist earthquake effects. Earthquake behavior of joints. Under earthquake shaking, the beams adjoining a joint are subjected to moments in the same clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Under this moment, the top bars in the beam column joint are pulled in one direction and the bottom ones in the opposite direction. These forces are balanced by bond stress developed between concrete and steel in the joint region. If the column is not wide enough, or if the strength of concrete in the joint is low, there is insufficient grip of concrete on the steel bars. In such circumstances, the bar slips inside the joint region and beams lose their capacity to carry load. In Figure 5 shows in exterior joints where beams terminate at columns. Longitudinal beam bars need to be anchored into the column to ensure proper gripping of bar in joint. The length of anchorage for a bar of grade FE415 is about 50 times its diameter. This length is measured from the face of the column to the end of the bar anchored in the column. In columns of small width and when beam bars are of a large diameter, a portion of beam top bar is embedded in the column that is cast up to soffit of the beam, and a part of it overhangs. It is difficult to hold such an overhanging. Further, under the action of the above pull and push forces at top and bottom ends, joints undergo geometric distortion. If the column cross-sectional size is insufficient, the concrete in the joint develops diagonal cracks. Problems of diagonal cracking and crushing of concrete in the joint region can be controlled by two means, namely providing large column size and providing cozy space close to steel ties around column bars. The ties hold together the concrete in the joint and also resist shear force, thereby reducing the cracking and crushing of concrete. Providing closed-loop ties in the joint requires some extra effort. Indian Standard IS recommends continuing the traverse loops around the column bars through the joint region. In practice, this is achieved by preparing the cage of the reinforcement, both longitudinal bars and stirrups, all of beams at a floor level to be prepared on top of the beam formwork. However, this may not always be possible, particularly when the beams are long and the entire reinforcement cage become heavy. The gripping of beam bars in the joint region is improved first by using columns of reasonable large cross-sectional size. As explained in Earthquake Tip 19, the Indian standard requires building columns in seismic zones. Seismic zones 3, 4 and 5 to be at least 300 mm wide in each direction of the cross-section. When they support beams, they are longer than 5 meters, or when these columns are taller than 4 meters between floors. The American Concrete Institute recommends a column width of at least 20 times the diameter of largest longitudinal bars used in adjoint beam. Beam top bar in position while casting the column up to the soffit of the beam. On the other hand, if column width is large, the beam bars may not extend below the soffit of the beam. Thus, it is preferable to have columns with sufficient width, Such an approach has been used in the American practice. In interior joints, the beam bars, both top and bottom, need to go through the joint without any cut in the joint region. Also, these bars might be placed within the column bars and with no bends.
Okay, that's all from us.
Thank you for watching.
Please subscribe us on YouTube.
Okay,
Thank you.